Imagine towering cliffs plunging into icy blue water. Waterfalls tumbling from above like silver threads, and mist curling between jagged mountain peaks. Seems like magic, right? One of the fjords we're about to show you might just be the most beautiful place on Earth. But we'll leave that for you to decide. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Travely World, where we live one place at a time. If you're looking for the perfect mix of adventure and awe, fjords are the kind of natural wonders that make you stop and just breathe. Today, we're exploring 7 of the most stunning fjords around the world. From the icy coast of Alaska to the emerald peaks of Norway, let's dive into these epic landscapes shaped by glaciers, time, and beauty. Welcome to Alaska's Kenai Fjords, where the mountains meet the sea in the most dramatic way. Picture rugged coastlines, active tidewater glaciers, and marine wildlife like sea otters, puffins, and even orcas. It's wild, remote, and absolutely jaw-dropping. Take a wildlife and glacier cruise out of Seward. Summer is the best time to catch calving glaciers and humpback whales. Often called the sound of silence, Doubtful Sound is hidden deep within Fiordland National Park. And it truly lives up to its name. It's 3 times longer and 10 times larger than the more famous Milford Sound, yet far less crowded. Steep cliffs draped in lush forest plunge straight into dark reflective waters. When the rain hits, which it often does, the cliffs come alive with spontaneous waterfalls that vanish just as quickly as they form. And here's something magical. Guides sometimes turn off the boat engines and ask everyone to stay silent, and you'll hear nothing. No birds, no wind, just a deep, natural stillness. It's eerie, peaceful, and unforgettable. Tucked away in southeastern Alaska, Misty Fjords is straight out of a fantasy novel. This place is blanketed in dense rainforest and, true to its name, wrapped in ethereal mist almost year-round. You can reach this remote wonderland by boat or float plane from Ketchikan, and both offer a different kind of thrill. From the air, the fjords unfold like an ancient, rugged scroll, endless, wild, and raw. On the water, you might spot black bears on the shore or bald eagles soaring overhead. It's nature turned up to 11. The U.S. Forest Service manages the Misty Fjords National Monument, and it spans over 2 million acres. That's larger than Yellowstone. Fjord in southwestern Norway is like a Norse saga carved into the landscape. The crown jewel here is Preikestolen, or Pulpit Rock, a flat plateau that juts dramatically 604 meters above the fjord. It's one of the most iconic viewpoints on the planet. The fjord's narrow curves wind between sheer cliffs that seem to glow in the Nordic light. Hiking here is pure magic, especially if you trek early morning when fog rolls in and the silence is broken only by distant goat bells. Want to hear a fun fact? Yes, that scene in Mission Impossible Fallout with Tom Cruise? Filmed right here. And yes, he did his own stunts on the real cliff. Few places in the world are as picturesque as Fjord. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, it's home to some of Norway's most legendary sights, including the Seven Sisters waterfall, which cascades down the cliff like a bridal veil, and the Suder, said to be the lone waterfall across the fjord trying to woo the sisters. You can experience it by cruise, kayak, or hiking. Each offers a new perspective on the fjord's fairy tale beauty. Summer brings midnight sunlit evenings, while autumn paints the slopes with golden foliage. If you stay overnight in the tiny village of Geiranger, you'll get quieter mornings and sunset views without the cruise crowds. Milford Sound is the rock star of New Zealand's fjords, and it's quite easy to see why. Towering peaks like Mitre Peak rise straight from the sea, while permanent waterfalls like Stirling and Bowen Falls tumble down year-round. Even on rainy days, maybe especially on rainy days, Milford becomes something from another planet. The drive-in is jaw-dropping, passing through the Homer Tunnel and ending in a valley carved by glaciers. Once you're on the water, every turn reveals something new: a seal basking on a rock, a rainbow forming over the cliffs, or the sky cracking open into golden light. Rudyard Kipling called it the eighth wonder of the world, and honestly, we're not arguing. Our number one spot goes to the magical Nærøyfjord. Just 250 meters wide at its narrowest, with cliffs rising over 1,700 meters. This is Norway's fjord country at its most intimate and awe-inspiring. It's also a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a favorite among photographers, nature lovers, and solitude seekers. A cruise through Nærøyfjord feels like floating through a painting. With snow-dusted peaks, old farmhouses clinging to impossible slopes, and reflections that blur the line between sky and water. It's like being in a Tolkien story. And here's a travel tip. Make it a day trip from Flam and hop on the Flam Railway for jaw-dropping alpine views before or after your fjord cruise. So, which of these stunning fjords just climbed to the top of your travel bucket list? Whether you're drawn to the mystical stillness of Doubtful Sound or the majestic cliffs of Nærøyfjord, one thing's for sure, nature doesn't get more dramatic than this. Hit like if this helped, subscribe for more travel inspiration, and let us know where you're heading next in the comments. And remember, live one place at a time, the Travely World way.